How are you, Frank?
I'm great. Looking forward to it.
Is life busy, fun, crazy?
Life is both busy and fun. I don't know if it's crazy.
Great to meet you.
Start again. I've got something in my teeth.
You ready?
Matthew, if you're ready, I am.
It's great to meet you. It's 5 minutes on the dot.
Okay.
So no messing around, we've got to get to the point.
Hey, I'm focused.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Time starts now. No, it doesn't. I've pressed the wrong button.
You mean time stopped? This is terrible news.
5 minutes, no messing around, we're going to get straight to the point.
No messing around, that's my job. No, carry on.
All right, time starts now. You were born in a council house. Did you ever think, as you were growing up, Frank, that you were going to make it as big as you have done?
Well, I wanted to be a cowboy originally, which doesn't bring that much wealth with it, but quite a lot of fresh air. And then I thought I might be a pop star, so I started to get these kind of delusions of grandeur, like a lot of people. I mean, it was probably unlikely, but I was always optimistic.
If you hadn't ended up doing all the many things you have done, what would you probably have done with your life?
Well, I used to drink a lot, so I fear I'd probably be living on waste ground with a lot of carrier bags, shouting at people as they went past.
Do you still keep in touch with people from your childhood?
Yeah, I've got a few mates who I see at West Brom games and stuff like that, and they don't ask me for money, I don't offer.
Now, talking about football, you've probably, in my opinion, written the best ever football song, Three Lions. Is that something you had the best fun of your whole career doing?
Well, certainly when the crowd sang it at Wembley, it was absolutely knockout. When I talk about it now, so many things in me tighten and contract. It was, yeah. I said to David Baddiel at the time, this is the great moment of our life. And he said, what?
You had a lot of fun working with David, though.
Oh, yeah, David is like a brother to me. And we still, I still go around there, we watch the games together, and yeah, we're very good mates. And, working with a mate is always great.
What are you up to at the moment?
Well, I've just written a book called On the Road, which is all about doing stand-up comedy again after 10 years. And so that's out, and the video of that tour is out. So I'm selling my wares, basically, going round. Not that I'm doing that now, I'm talking to you in a very man-to-man, intelligent manner, but I've been doing a lot of that.
I want to ask you, though, do you get nervous still when you face a live audience?
I don't really. I think people get frightened of things that frighten them, and that doesn't frighten me. When I go to the swimming baths and I smell that chlorine smell, my heart absolutely thumps.
So you're frightened of water?
I am frightened of water. I can't swim, but about 2 years ago I did put my face under, which was a big moment.
What is your biggest regret in your life, Frank? Do you have any regrets?
I'm not much of a regrets person, but there was a barmaid in Wigan in 1988 that I still think about.
What's your biggest ambition still to come?
I'd love to lead the world's longest conga. I don't know why that is. Well, the conga seems to have died out as a social phenomenon, but I used to so love. Someone once said to me, you knew you'd been on a good conga because you had to get a bus back to where you started from. But it seems to be dying out as a phenomenon, sad.
How is British comedy, after the scandal with Jonathan Ross and Russell Brand, is it in good enough shape, do you think?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a bit of a mistake was made and apologies were made, and now I think there'll be a new Puritan era for a few months, and then I think everyone will go back. I think it's pretty healthy.
About 2 minutes to go. Do you think Jonathan Ross got a severe enough punishment?
I think there was no need, really, to suspend Jonathan. I think he was genuinely regretful of what he'd done, and he was, all set to apologise, and he was genuinely sorry. But I suppose something had to be seen to be done, but I'm looking forward to him coming back.
If you had to have a big moan about British life today, what one thing would you want to change about the way we do things in this country?
I'm becoming one of those, I don't know if this is age, but one of those litter people. I really have a thing with people that just take a wrapper and just let it drop. And I've started risking my life by approaching people in the street and saying, hey mate, there's a bin over there. And I've had a couple of hairy moments doing that.
Do you think with your comedy that you ever stepped over any lines, or are you happy with everything you've done and everything you've put out on TV?
Well, I think the best comedy is near the knuckle. And I dwell largely around the knuckle, certainly in the same postcode as the knuckle. And I think it's possible to make mistakes if you're doing a spontaneous thing and stuff like that, but genuinely I think I've got a pretty good sense of what is cheeky and what is too much.
Who do you admire, other comedians? Who do you look up to or laugh at, really? Who makes you laugh?
Well, I love Eddie Izzard. I think he's probably my favourite comic. I saw him recently, and he's just as good as ever. And I've just become a complete punter. I'm not there doing a technical analysis. I love him.
You beat him to the Perrier Award, though, didn't you?
I did beat him to the Perrier Award. I never mentioned that, and neither does he.
Who does the housework in the Frank Skinner household?
The cleaner.
Okay, and your real name is actually not Frank Skinner, is it? What's the story behind that?
It's Christopher Collins, but when I went to join Equity, which people did in those days, there was already a Christopher Collins. You can't have two people with the same name, so I became Frank Skinner.
5 seconds ago, are you a happy man?
I am the happiest person I know.
Never sad?
Never.
5 minutes start. Great to meet you.
Matthew, top man.